So back with Mr. Williams, you were telling me, man, about these exciting times, man. So you got your 50 employees to essentially join Fuller and started distributing Fuller products. Oh, no. So what year are we looking at then?
1967.
So we're at 67. Wow.
And one thing about it, like I said on that trip, I was so impressed.
Yes.
With the opportunity, because they were thinking about something on a world, a national level. I'm just thinking about local. So I was blessed to have the opportunity to join at that time Fuller Product.
Really? What's life like at this time now? So when did you start to see growth and see a level of success now within the Fuller organization?
Well, one thing about it, what amazed me back then, Mr. Dudley was starting his distributorship in the Queensboro area.
Okay.
And he had no sales force, but he was going to build a sales force.
Yes.
And I was, like I said, I was not as dedicated in the beginning as I evolved to. He was trying to put together a meeting team, and I guess the biggest touching point of the beginning is that he set up a plan to have meetings 6 days a week, starting at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Nice.
And so one morning I would come occasionally. So one morning I never forget coming to his sales force, about the size of the room we in now. Was his sales force, actually half that size. And it was on the second floor of this building. And what really got me that day, I came up the steps to the meeting, and I got there about 9:15.
Right.
And shouldn't have been late, but I was. And I could imagine hearing this man in there talking with such energy. One day, I tell you, I'm gonna be all over the country.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be all over the world.
Yeah.
And I decided to tip in there so I would not disturb nothing. And I opened the door. There was nothing in that room but Mr. Dudley and a bunch of boxes. He was talking to boxes. But it was so real.
Wow.
And just like this conference this weekend, I was teary-eyed the whole time because I remember that.
Really?
How have we grown all over the world?
Yes.
Everything he said with the boxes.
Yes.
Included.
Oh, praise God, man. And of course, one of the main issues and the foundations of all this was the trust in God that he's always maintained throughout the business, right?
Oh my God!
Tell me about that.
Well, one thing is, he believed in Mr. Fuller. Mr. Fuller believed in direct selling.
Yes.
And it just let me know in the last few years that direct sales is our only avenue to really do this thing.
That's right.
Direct sales, you learn so much because you educated every day, all day, because you're gonna get some resistance. A lot of people don't realize that Mr. Fuller believes in us going out and see 50 people, 40 people a day. A day. And see, one thing about it is, you realize pretty soon that out of 40 people, you might not get but 2.
That's okay.
They buy from you.
That's okay.
But you learn so much from the other 38.
That's right. You're building relationships all along
the way. And and you get over your
fear of rejection and so on, without a doubt.
You get over that.
Oh yeah.
But you find out, you might see 40, 39, and the 40th person buy.
Yeah.
Your whole day's go.
You don't remember the rest. You know what I mean? Absolutely.
So
you see, that's the thing. I'm a real estate agent in Toronto, and that's exactly my thing. I go out every day and knock on doors and talk to people, and I don't remember the ones that say no or go away or whatever. It doesn't matter to me. I remember those who say yes, come and have a cup of tea or whatever, and that type of thing, building these relationships.
There's so many things we went through during those times. So you have to find out that I've seen a time where we have a say in our on our catalog maybe 50 products that we sold, and sometimes we have just one of those 50 to sell.
Okay.
So I would talk to Mr. Dudley in my salesman kit.
Yeah.
I might have in there 12 bottles of Bubble Bear.
Okay.
Didn't have no hair products, none of that stuff, just that one product.
Okay.
And he taught us every disadvantage has equivalent advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So when I would put one Bubble Bear in my hand and have Livermore in my case.
Of course.
And I would knock on your door and I say, today, I'm here because we got a special on Bubble Bear.
That's right.
What else you got in your case? I learned to tell them, today we concentrate on Bubble Bear, so I don't need to show you what's in the case that day.
That's
I
right.
was in it with Bubble Bear.
Well, of course.
They didn't know that.
Yeah, I got you. Oh, my
And so
goodness.
if you didn't buy that Bubble Bear for me, I would say, listen, I will come back and show you my case next time.
Yeah.
But today, I got to run.
Today, because I got to run because I'm working on bubble bath today. That's great, man.
So you learn how
That's
to
amazing.
take whatever you have to make it work.
Yeah. So when did you guys see the shift from being just regular, well, not regular, but when did Mr. Dudley decided that let's build this organization in here? Does he make the products and the company manufactures the products and so on? Or
Well, the whole thing was his whole thing was we're gonna make a product ourselves, and we are black. We're gonna sell our products, and we're black. We're gonna sell it to blacks through blacks.
Okay.
And we're gonna build something. And he stuck with that. He stuck with that vision. Mm-hmm. And what has happened with his vision and his determination to do the full product program, so many awesome individuals have evolved out of this process over the 50 years. It's just really amazing. And today,
Marty went to the head table, so it was just me and her.
one thing that happened to me at my last first conference we had like this for the foundation, the Honorable Elijah Farrakhan spoke at that event.
That's right.
And because I always was not still thinking that maybe it's another way other than the direct sale.
Okay.
But he let me know the power of what Dudley had. He asked Johnson Products, Farrakhan, to make a product for him years ago. And when the group of people that were responsible for distribution of our products in the United States, they told Mr. Johnson, if you made one product, Mr. Farrakhan, you would never put another product in the store. Mr. Farrakhan had put up $5 million to Johnson. Johnson had to give it back.
Really?
He didn't give it back. Now, Mr. Dudley, on the other hand, he didn't sell nothing through no stores.
That's right.
So they couldn't do nothing to him. They offered him $200 million for his company. Years
Johnson?
ago. No, the powers to be.
Oh, the powers.
They came to buy his company, buy him out.
Of course.
He said, look, I'm not gonna sell. He said, what's your what would it take to get you to buy? Everybody got some point to.
Yeah, everybody got a price.
Got a price.
Yeah.
He said, okay. He asked that team today that was offered the company. He said, okay, I'll give you $1 million for your eyes.
$1 million for your eyes. That's right.
He said, no. He said, Mr. Dudley, that's different. He said, I'm different too.
Oh man, that's integrity right
Oh
there.
my God.
That's commitment.
Because he set something in place that give us the power to know that somebody can stand
To be individually.
stand for it.
That's right.
All the other black companies pretty much been sold out.
That's right.
Not that.
That's right.
And I didn't, at the time when he was offered that $200 million, I thought he was crazy. But we have to leave a legacy.
That's right.
And he did.
Yeah.
And so it empowers me today.
Wow.
I was
get you.
doing our conference the other night. I was teary-eyed just to think about all the things that he went through over the years to be at a point that this program that we have at the foundation is designed to promote everybody, not the left. Whatever you're doing in life as entrepreneur, you can do it too.
Yeah.
But he set an example. You can do it. And he had integrity. It's worth it. See, I'm just realizing now, at my point now, I'm 71 years old, and I just realized that when two or more agree,
Yeah.
it's true that God is there.
Oh, without a doubt.
And the biggest challenge is to get the other person. Again, you know if they agree because it works.
Yes.
If it's not working, y'all not in agreement.
Understand. Man,
And
I tell you.
you know it.
Yeah.
So you got to one person got to convince the other person to understand the vision,
Yes.
and things will start to happen.
Where do we go now? What's the next phase for the Dudley
Well,
organization?
basically for the foundation, which I'm part of now, I'm not directly part of the sales force, but it's just being able to. That's why I like the museum concept, because we won't be able to have classes on a regular basis and bring people in like you, for example. They'll be able to share, vision and get people to understand that the same principles work.
Good morning, sir.
Buenos días.
Buenos días. ¿Cómo está?
Muy bien.
Good bien. Come sit with us, man. If you got,
let me go and
you go and get yourself
I'll be back.
organized.
I'll be back.
Very well.
Okay, all right.
Thank you. Oh man. Again. So this is the next generation.
Oh my God! Because I mean, and so what's so awesome about what's happening there? For many years, Mr. Dudley had a big organization of 400 or 500 people,
Really?
1,000 people on the staff working with him, and we got commitment. But in the last 2 years, we've had people that don't work for Dudley, that never worked for Dudley, didn't know Dudley, who are volunteering.
Right.
A lot of people volunteer for the church, but you don't find anybody volunteer for non-profit, for profit.
That's true. Oh, I see.
You know, and so they commit themselves to perpetuating this concept that Mr. Tony Guevara put in place. We have volunteers that worked for a couple of years that got a dime out of this,
Understand.
but they are committed to it,
Yes.
and it takes that. And it just really gives me a lot of hope that we'll be able to set the example for Black America to understand what to go through. We're finding out and seeing every day that it's always a way. That you have to stay tall. And it has such a tremendous impact on me, because I had a dream of putting together a company that could sell its groceries and all types of food to the Black community. But I never had the money for it. And I thought that at 70 years old, it was too late.
No, sir.
But I thought that.
Beginning.
And I was talking to Tony Guevara one day. I had no money. He said, go and get started, Roy.
Yeah.
I said, how in the world I'm going to go out and compete with the whole Walmart and all them places? You know what? In 6 months ago, I met one gentleman. I was sharing my vision to a friend of mine in the park out in the front yard of Mr. Dudley's house. And I was talking to this gentleman who I've been known for 40 years.
Oh, wow.
About my vision. And all he would say, we'll talk about it later. And that's what I always got. See, what happened 45 years ago, I tried to start that dream off. I wanted to sell vegetables and produce nationally.
Yes.
I had an organization of 300 people in a little town called South Boston, Virginia. And the white community misunderstood my concept, and they ran me out of South Boston, Virginia, because they didn't want me. They kept telling. See, all the blacks there were sharecroppers. They didn't have the sharecrop.
Okay.
And they were just growing tobacco.
Yes.
And the white community said, no, you bring about the vision. We happy the way it is. And they finally got me out of the state. I was very sick, frustrated about this. But the day in that yard, 6 months ago, I was talking about my vision. And the guy behind me, named Rex Morgan, he said, Mr. Roy, that's a good idea. I got a similar idea. When two or more together, God is near. You know, in the last 3 months, I have put this business together. I met it's a young man that I had worked with 22 years earlier.
Right.
He heard my vision again, and he gave me 3 business cards.
Yes.
He left it in the seat of my car. Came home, got him out of the car, looked at these business cards. Some of them had all written up, tore up, broke up. I said, what's this? This don't mean nothing. But what I did went on and set an appointment to meet these 3 people.
Yeah.
The first one I went to see that day of the 3 was a man named Danny Peed. Kind of find out that Danny Peed, he has a 70,000 square foot packaging plant that packages fruits and vegetables and meats and everything.
Nice.
He's been in business for 30 years.
Yes.
I didn't know he existed.
Of course.
I didn't know he was there.
Yeah.
He and I had the same dream. We joined forces.
Yes.
And I now have my own direct sales company. In the last 6 months,
Yeah.
we'll be able to sell meats and vegetables all over the country.
You're kidding. Praise God. Look at that. You see? Vision.
God, see, one thing I realized,
Yeah.
you don't have to have the wisdom if you have the dream.
Yes, right.
God will give you what
He'll
you need.
give you everything
give you
else.
with the wisdom.
Oh,
I always
my
thought I'd have all of it.
No, sir.
And I knew I didn't have it all, so you just
Well,
fight
if you
me.
think about this. This is the hand, right? So you got the hand right here. You got a thumb. You got this, index, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky, right? Pinky can't do anything without middle finger or thumb, right?
Yeah.
People say the thumb is the short and the stubby, but you take that thumb off, you can't pick anything up, right? So in life, we are all part of the hand. So I have a talent, you have a talent, we all have different talents, but together we can operate.
That's right.
Now, when it looks like this, it could either be a hand or it could be a glove,
How about that?
right?
That's right.
Because a glove does look like a hand,
It is.
but a glove can do nothing without the hand in it. So when we've got that glove, and the 4 or 5 of us set up like this, is just a glove. But when God gets in the middle, God becomes a power that acts like a hand, then we can start moving around and do things, right?
Oh, yeah.
And that's exactly what I see happening with you, man. I tell you, congratulations, buddy. You keep moving on that vision. Keep that dream alive and keep working every day towards it.
But one thing I'm sure which you probably it really is amazing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Over the years I've had a lot of sicknesses,
Okay.
and to me it used to. For example, I was crippled when I was 18.
Mm-hmm.
I've had pneumonia 5 times.
Okay.
I've had diabetes.
Right.
I've had a massive heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
I have had cancer, and I've had a stroke.
Right. But those are just blessings that God has
But-
just
but-
been giving
but
to you.
going through them, though, they are hell.
Of
Going
course.
through them. I mean, no one had that many.
Well,
I have not met anyone who had that many problems
Uh-huh.
and still living.
Still living.
I
But
haven't
then
met-
you're here for a purpose,
But
right?
what I'm point I'm getting to, 3 years ago, I prayed to God to let me die. I was tired of being sick. I mean, the physical pain, I was tired of it, and I didn't envision it getting better. I was sick all my life, and I was tired of sick.
Yeah.
And at 69, at this time, I was so disappointed that if it's gonna be like this, God, I'm ready to go. But God didn't listen to me. Today, I feel better than I felt in my life. I have never had this much physicality in my whole life. No, never.
You're ready now.
And I didn't know that I would get it, but God knew then
Oh, yeah.
it worked. See, a lot of people give up because of their age.
Wow.
Most people do.
Yes, sir.
Most people, they're interested in just going out to pasture.
Mm-hmm.
But oh my God, I'm so happy
Oh,
that
boy.
God didn't listen to me. I don't know what to do.
Listen to you. I'm so happy, man. Praise God, buddy. Listen, God bless you in whatever you do. Keep me in the loop as to how you're progressing and how things are moving forward. You got my information.
Yeah.
Make sure you have it. But we definitely got to keep in touch because I need to know what's going on with Brother Williams, man.
I
You know what I
appreciate
mean?
that.
Thank you so much,
It's
my
been a
man.
pleasure, man.
All the
I
best
tell
to you,
you.
brother. Thank you. That's my man, Mr. Williams from. That's right. What's the name of your new company?
Yes, well, you might not be aware of food deserts.
Food Deserts. No, I haven't.
Food desert is a national problem and a world problem. It's a problem that no one has figured out how to solve. See, a food desert is any community that does not have adequate grocery stores in them
Yes.
to provide food.
Yeah.
Most of the poor communities that way. Big companies can't make money in those communities,
Oh, I
so they don't go there.
Okay.
So they leave the people in the community to buy food that's not nourishing to the body.
Absolute.
And so what happens? a few months back, when I finally found this partner, we came with a name of the Oasis of the Desert.
Okay.
Every desert needs an oasis.
That's right. Providing food.
Well, it might not. You see one thing about it. A food desert is composed of the biggest percentage of black.
Yeah.
Then you have poor whites, and you have poor Mexicans, Spanish people in the neighborhood, and they cannot eat nothing but fast food. They don't have good quality food. And if you have it, they can't afford to pay for it. So what happens? You end up having people with obesity, diabetes, all the sickness because of the lack of that product.
Right.
So God gave us the idea. Let's be the oasis of that.
Good man.
So now we're able to provide quality food to a community at a price lower than anything they can buy anywhere.
Right.
Because we have our own farmers, small farmers, who provide it for us. We buy directly from the farmer. And see what happens. You cannot sell food in beets and vegetables in some place without a lot of preservatives in there.
That's true.
Keep them looking.
That's right.
Looking
Pretty,
good.
yeah.
But they're not good.
That's right.
And that people die over time with that.
Absolutely.
Now, with the Oasis of the Desert, we're able to provide quality food to our neighborhood, and we deliver it directly to the house. Because, see, transportation is a major problem, too.
Well, that's the other thing. That pushes up the cost.
Right. So transportation, they can't even get out to get the food.
That's right.
Because most of them don't, they have to catch a cab.
That's right. That's
And
right.
they have very low budget in the first place.
That's right. Yes.
And so what happens, now we can provide the best quality food they can get. These foods our farmers produce has no
preservatives. Not at all. No, not at all.
It's fresh.
Yeah.
And they get it at the best price, the best for less.
What area of the country then are you focused on right now?
Well, basically, we built a foundation now. We want to venture march across America. Just like Mr. Dudley started in Greensboro, North Carolina, he eventually went around the world.
Right.
So if he could expand the same, we begin to.
Yeah.
So we got to build a foundation you see that you got to let people know that direct sales is the only way, whether you want to or not.
Right.
And then you got to teach them how to do it. And my dream is to build a base, and right now I'm concentrating on the part of North Carolina, building a strong base, and then like Mr. Once you get 10 or 15 people get it, open up another city. Open up another city.
Right.
Keep going like that.
So what city are you in right now?
Currently, the company that I joined partnership with, the Robinsonville Packaging Company, I became their partners. They've been operating in the eastern part of North Carolina for 25 years.
Okay.
And when he gave me this opportunity, I'm currently doing the Piedmont area here currently, which is 3 hours from that base. Okay. I'm here 3 hours away serving Greensboro, Winston-Salem, brothers in the area.
Okay, I see.
My next area of movement probably be Charlotte. Then I'm moving to South Carolina. Then I'm moving to Georgia, like that.
Okay.
Each where you are, you got to have two things got to happen. You got to have a packaging plant in the same area.
Okay.
To produce what you need and build a sales force for another 100 miles or so. Packaging plant.
Gotcha. You're excited about this?
Oh my God!
Isn't that amazing? But you see now that you've got this new lease on life, essentially, you don't feel sick anymore.
Oh my God!
I heard someone say around here yesterday that when the dog is in a hunt, he doesn't have fleas. He doesn't think about the fleas. When a dog is in a hunt, you don't think about fleas. So when you're so busy doing what you are called to do, what you're supposed to be doing, you don't have the time to think about the problems you have, right?
That's right.
So that's right, man. When the dog's in the hunt, that's.
Let me show you some here of a couple of things here that are interesting. Now it's amazing.
You had two.
Okay, this is
22. Yeah, they had some VIP people.
Yeah, it was switched.
that's the packaging company that just joined partnership with. 70,000 square feet. 70,000 square feet.
Wow.
He owns the whole block
Right.
down there in a little town called Robinsonville, North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
And he and I had the same vision. he gave me the opportunity to partner with them to build a sales force.
Yes,
He said, "You build a sales force, we can go across the country.
Yeah.
I can provide that product."
that's right.
And his whole dream was to provide something. He's been doing it to the low resident community at a full price and make a profit doing it, not just to give it away.
Right, of course.
You cannot do things.
Can't
just,
build a building like that. No,
Don't just volunteer.
That's right.
And he has figured out the way, so I'm just excited about that. And for example, I showed something about something important. But he showed me, he said, one thing about it, you can't do this and just sell something by the pound. You got to provide, you have to have packages.
Let's go ahead and get started. It's 10:30. We're gonna get started, Roy.
Okay, meat,
Okay.
chicken.
That's a package,
That's a package.
$49.
Come on. See, so this is for one household then?
Whoever want to buy it, it's anywhere from 49. It's just one package. We have hundreds of packages.
Right.
$49. Not fast.
Food without preservatives, without fresh quality meats and stuff. You're a king, buddy. God bless you. It's gonna happen. It's happening.
Appreciate you, bro.